I'm Daniela Guzman, and we continue to follow that breaking news just outside of the South Gessner Immigration Court in Southwest Houston. And that is where ICE agents swooped in this afternoon and made at least 3 arrests. KPRC2 Investigates Robert Arnold is there now live with some new information. Robert.
After speaking to immigrant rights organizations, immigration attorneys, as well as getting statements from both ICE and the Department of Homeland Security, we now have a clear picture of exactly who ICE agents were targeting at this particular immigration court off South Gessner and 59 in Southwest Houston. First, here's video of what we saw today. 3 people, 3 men were arrested. We are told 2 are from Venezuela. 1 is from Mexico. According to an immigration attorney who was in court, Bianca Santorini, the 3 men had asylum claims pending. They had been accused of entering the country illegally, but were allowed to remain in the United States while their case was pending in court. When they showed up to court today, according to Santorini, the federal government asked the judge to dismiss the government's case against the men. While on the surface that may sound like a positive move for these individuals, it actually means once the cases were dismissed, they no longer had legal standing to remain in the United States. All 3 had been here less than 2 years, so they were subject to expedited removal. When they left the courtroom, they were arrested by ICE agents who had administrative warrants for their arrests. According to the immigrant rights organization FIEL, 4 other individuals under the same set of circumstances were arrested yesterday, and that's why both FIEL and immigration attorney Rayed Gonzalez are now telling people under similar circumstances to ask a lot more questions when the government asks for their case to be dismissed against them.
These individuals should at least be asking to the judge, what dismissal mean? What does this mean? Does this mean that the government can pursue charges against me again? Does this mean that they're waiting for me outside? And if they're in disagreement with the decision of the judge, they can always appeal to a higher court, which would be the Board of Immigration Appeals.
Most of these folks, yes, they may have come illegally, but at the end of the day, they're not a threat. They're not anything. Otherwise, ICE and their prosecutors would go ahead and detain them and deport them for that reason, not just for the dismissal.
A couple of final points here. According to ICE, why the arrests are being made here, they say when they have a warrant for someone's arrest, they consider a range of locations where that person can be arrested, and they pick which one they feel is the safest environment. In this case, it's immigration court. According to the Department of Homeland Security's statement, the individuals that are being targeted in this latest wave of arrests are those who were paroled into the United States under President Biden's administration. That means they were accused of entering the country illegally, but allowed to remain in the U.S. while their cases were pending. President Trump's administration does not feel that these individuals were properly vetted, therefore that parole is being revoked. And again, as I said, if they've been here less than 2 years, they are subject to expedited removal, which means the federal government can deport them without having to go through the full immigration court process. You can read both ICE and DHS's full statements on our website, click2houston.com. Reporting live from Southwest Houston, Robert Arnold, KPRC 2 News.